I'm Solomon. The team, I call them I look at us as the three kings, right? So they call me the conductor. I've been consulting for about 40 years. I started right out the military. First company I bought was a little maintenance company. Built it up real quick to $6 million. Didn't know what accounts receivables were, and this is all in my book, by the way. I got a book that's called I can't even think of the name of the book. So y'all make me nervous. But why black?
Oh, you said you said it was a maintenance company.
It was a maintenance company.
Doing what?
Oh man, we were doing apartments. When people move out, we go in. We did the painting, the cleaning the toilets, the bathtubs. When we walked out of there, everything from paint, carpet cleaning, broken windows, holes in the wall was done. And we did it so frugally that nobody could beat our price. So what I did was I joined the apartment association, and I show up, and I'm the only person to look like us, only black guy in there. And I say, look, I'll do the apartment for $500. And so, of course, they were like, no problem. So that's painting, shampooing carpets, fixing the holes, fixing the windows, cleaning the stoves. So when I walked out, it was ready to go.
It seems like a loss, though. Were you making money?
Oh,
first of all, what year is this?
Oh, my God. This was in like 1984.
Okay, guys.
This was in 84. And, you said, was I making money? I was making a killer. Really? I built it to a $6 million company. I started doing about 3 or 4 of them a week. And I was on my knees, and I was painting the baseboard. And I said, I don't want to do this. I said, and I grew up doing it because after football practice, my parents owned some apartments and stuff like that, and I had to go do it after football practice. Everybody else was going to play. They were going to the mall, having a good time, right? And I had to go do this. So, as a kid, you don't get that. You're like, well, I can't do what they do?
Yeah.
Oh, we had to do it all ourselves. So I was on my knees, I was painting that baseboard, and I said, there's got to be a better way. So I looked around and I said, okay, let me go to Home Base. And it's in California. It wasn't Home Depot. It was a company called Home Base where you get all your materials. So the people that were standing outside, right, I'm trying to be very politically correct.
They've been doing that since the 80s?
Yes. And so I went to them and I said, do you know how to paint? And they were like, yeah. So I'm thinking production, right? Do you know how to use a spray paint? So we can get this done faster. Do you know how to clean, right? So we can get it all clean. And so then I put an assembly line together in my thought process. And so I ended up hiring about 15, 20 of them. So I went from doing about 3 a week to doing about 10, 15 a day. Okay. So, and I'm paying them back then, minimum wage was $5. So I was paying them like $7 to $10 an hour.
Wow.
So you could do the math real quick, and you say, was I making money? I was making hand over fist.
Wow.
The funny thing got to, right? New entrepreneur, business person, not really knowing, just had an idea. On my knees all the time praying, talking to my God, right? And I'm like, man, this is what I want to do. So we think, I want to make $1 million.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't know what that entails. Then when we make it, all of a sudden another door opens up that we have to step through. And then you see all these people trying to take it from you, right? You never saw that when you said, I wanted to make $1 million. Yeah. All you saw was what you needed to do, and you were going to do it. I'm going to outwork everybody. I'm going to do what I need to do. You get through that next door, and so then you learn a whole new lesson.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got another door, and so that's the journey, right? Well, I didn't know what accounts receivables were. I had the company start slow paying me. All the department managers start slow paying me. So they're about 95, 96 days out in paying me. And I had all these people I have to pay who have families and things of that nature. And I'm just a kid at that age, right? And so I was like, man, what am I going to do? So I go to church, I pay my tithes and everything like that. So for those of you who think tithes don't work, for me it works. I pay my tithes. I get back home. I'm reading the LA Times. And I see factoring. And I'm going through and I'm calling factoring. factoring of accounts receivables, and I didn't know what accounts receivables were. So I called, leave a message. And I left a message for about 3-4 people, and I was just brutally honest. I told them what I did not know, right? There's no smoke and mirrors, no BS. I told them, look, I don't have any money. I need some money. I owe this much. And the guy called me, and he said, I can help you. And I said, don't BS me, because literally I had not $10 to my name. And I'm in San Bernardino, California. He was in Orange County, and he said, if you get here, I can help you. And I said, look, don't BS me. I don't have any money. I don't have no collateral. So he took me down a list. And his list was very simple. He said, do you have a contract? I said, yes, I do. He said, do you have invoices? I said, absolutely. Right? And he said, did the manager sign off on the invoices? I said, yes, they did. He said, if you can come, I can help you. White guy. So I'd get in, I'll call my foreman. I said, look, we got to go to Orange County. So he gets me to Orange County. We're driving on the shoulder of the road. We're going about 80, 90 miles an hour in LA traffic, right? Zooming around. We get to Orange County. I go up there. I sit there. I give him my corporate book. I give him a stack of contracts. I give him all the invoices and everything of that nature. About an hour later, he's writing me a check for about $300,000 and something.
Whoa.
Okay. And he's telling me, go ahead and go to his bank that was across the street. Before I get out of his building, he says, hey, you're probably going to want them to go ahead and wire it and just have them call me, and I'll wire it to your account because they'll hold it for 15, 20 days. I didn't know that. I was a young kid, right? I'm about 22 years old, 23 years old at the most. So he tells me that, and he said, don't forget to take some money out so you can get back home. And so I did that, fed my foreman and everything like that, get back. And that was my lesson of accounts receivables, or what they were.
So how much were you owed at this time?
I was owed about $500,000.
And he gave you $300 to
He gave
collect
me
it.
about $370,000.
He made $130,000 to collect your money.
No, he only charged me 1.25 to 1.5%, depending on the age of it. And so basically how it works is once they pay into the lockbox, he collects, and then he remits the rest to me, minus his fee.
Got it.
And so it was a beautiful thing, and it allowed the business to grow and to expand and everything like that. And so I always tell people, you don't have to know everything about business, but you have to be a student of the business or whatever it is, and be willing to learn from others. And I think what really helped me was I was just brutally honest. I said what I did not know, and I was honest about it. I didn't go try to fluff. I didn't try to make something up. I was like, hey, this is where I'm at. And basically, God, universe, whatever people want to call it, that came to my aid and helped me and gave me the information that I needed to move on.
Incredible.
King Shot, build and fight.
Scan QR code now. Install and go.
So you all have a diverse background in business. Everybody understands business. I want to jump into this this company that that you all are working on acquiring right now. How did we start thinking about this? First off, how did we come together? And then two, how do we decide that we are going to take down this company? And I don't know if taking down the company is the right words, but
Yeah, we're not taking down anything. We're not.
it seems like
taking
a big thing to tackle. Tackle is a good word.
There you go. We'll take a tackle.
So how did this group come together?
Well, first of all, Mark and I are cousins.
Okay.
Our grandmothers were sisters.
Yeah.
So we've been since sixth grade, we've grown up. And so that's how we